Hi, I'm James Shillinglaw. I'm here in Malta still, and we're here in the ancient capital of Edina, and we're at the Shara Palace, which is a Relais and Chateau hotel with a Michelin star restaurant. I'm here with Adrian Tona, who's the chief commercial officer of this wonderful property, very small. We're going to talk about this property. We're going to talk about the restaurant, and it really is an incredible place. The city itself is just so beautiful, and we're going to find out about that and more on Insider Travel Report. Now, Adrian, we just got through with a wonderful tour that you gave us of this. Now, how many rooms does this hotel have?
We have a total of 17 rooms.
That's 17, and they're all kind of individual, right?
Well, basically, this is a 17th century palazzo, so we had to play around with the rooms we had, so we had to give them their own identity, their own specifications based on the size and the capacity of them, so every room is a story to itself, basically.
And this one actually is your presidential suite, which has kind of a loft above us here, which is amazing. And you can see the background of this room, and you can see. But then we went to another one that had these amazing views of the countryside, right?
Yes, the advantage of Mdina, the beauty of Mdina, besides the historical value of it, it's at the highest point of the Maltese islands, so we get to enjoy practically the view of most of the island. So we try and make the best of it with the views from the rooms. This particular room has a fantastic view on the piazza of Mdina,
which is right below us here, and then and so this particular one we're talking about had that, and then we looked off far in the distance all the way to the ocean, right?
Exactly. So it's practically all of the island beneath your feet. So it's if you want to see Malta in one glance, I think the Shara Palace is your perfect spot.
No, it absolutely is. And then, of course, the other great thing about the Shara Palace is that you have incredible dining options here. Talk a little bit about the two restaurants that you have. What are the names of them?
So the two restaurants in the property are, first of all, the Trattoria. As the name suggests, it's a very relaxed and casual dining, Mediterranean, Italian kind of experience. And then we have our flagship restaurant, which is called De Mondion, which is given the name from the architect who actually designed the entrance to the Medina. And it's our Michelin-starred fine dining restaurant. We also, as a group, have another 3 restaurants, another one in Mdina, and 2 in St. Julian's as well, which form part of the Shara collection, so 5 in total.
So you have those 5 restaurants, and this is the only hotel, or you have others?
No, this is the only hotel. Then we have 5 restaurants, and we have one of the largest outside catering where we export the Shara experience for outside catering events as well.
And then you have great wine here. We just had a little tasting of what I would call, at the risk of upsetting the French, Malta champagne, but it's actually, I thought it was better than champagne, right? We had a lovely tasting of that too, right?
Yes, and the best is still to come because we have another planned wine flight where we're pairing every dish we'll be tasting with different Maltese wines as well. So the best is still to come.
Oh my God, I think about work later. It's not going to be an issue, or maybe it won't happen at all, but we'll see what happens. But so this is a wonderful kind of boutique property. And so how long do people generally stay here when they come and your guests?
The average length of stay depends a bit on seasonality. So in winter it would be around 2 nights. In the summer, a bit longer, maybe 3/4 kind of nights. What we're trying also to give our guests is to give them also the opportunity to book with us different experiences of the island, the Medina, Valletta, Malta in general, and also Gozo. So we can have their stay as the Shara Palace being their hub. And thanks to us, they can visit all of the island because Malta is really tiny. So the distances are very, very short. So they can still focus on one place and still experience the beauty of the Maltese islands.
No, and that's absolutely what I've been doing, and I'm here for about 4 days, so I'm lucky enough to come up here to have dinner at the Shara Palace and experience this wonderful property. Now, what other facilities do you have at this? It's basically, 16, 17 rooms?
17 rooms, and we also have a small fitness room for our guests, and we are now we're opening very soon, a spa room as well.
Oh, wow. Okay. So you'll have spa as well. And then, of course, you have the choice of having dinner in the Trattoria or the Michelin star restaurant. And you are Relais Chateau, right?
We are, exactly. We have been Relais Chateau for 20 years. In fact, we were one of the very first properties to be relais chateau, the only relais chateau on the island as well. And the property reflects a lot, even the experience reflects a lot what relais chateau is all about. So it's like people inviting the guests to their own houses, to their own homes, with very warm furniture, and they also tell the history and the story of Malta, just as Mdina.
And you are in a Edina is a really quiet little city. It's not really a city. It was the original capital. They moved it, but now it's all this walled city. Then I think somebody said it's been featured in like Game of Thrones and things like that as well. So it's really this incredibly walled city, and you walk through the very quiet streets, and then you suddenly come upon this property, and it's kind of like, oh my God, I can't believe this is here.
It's literally like, as soon as you walk into Mdina, it's like going back in time. It's an 800 AD development. It's basically the Phoenicians, which are the Lebanese nowadays, who came to Malta and actually built this beautiful fortified city. And it remained practically very similar to what it was at the time. So it's literally going back in time. One needs to experience it. It's incredible.
Now, what would you say? We go out to about 114,000 travel advisors who are booking their clients, the luxury clients, into places like this. What's the clues, the really secrets of having a great stay here? Obviously, booking the restaurant, but just what would you say that they really should get out of this?
Well, to start with, obviously, like every relais chateau in the world, relais chateau is all about accommodation, hospitality, and gastronomy. Right. So as you very well said, it's important for them to experience the gastronomical side of things as well, which we proudly offer. Other than that, it's important to go around Mdina. There's a beautiful cathedral, a number of different areas that we can help them experience within Mdina. Walking distance is what used to be the suburbs to Mdina, which is called Rabat. Again, beautiful areas to experience. But then definitely one would need to go outside of the Mdina and Rabat to go to Valletta. Right. And experience also Gozo. Like that it would be. Also, one last thing important to go to the island in between. It's called Comino, which has a blue lagoon, which is something incredible one has to experience.
Yeah, and I actually got a chance to do that, and Blue Lagoon. It's not just it's not just Capri that has the Blue Lagoon. This is actually quite an impressive Blue Lagoon. Now, where can travel advisors go and their clients go to get more information on this particular property?
They can go on our website, okay, which is called basically sharapalace.com.mt. Okay. And over there they will find all the rooms available. We also have the different restaurants available, not only within the property, but within the Shara collection as well. Mm-hmm. And also a list of opportunities of what they could do on the island as well. So that would give them most of the information that they require. Fantastic. If not, we can send them over my details and they can ask me whatever they want. I'll be more than happy to help them.
No, absolutely. Well, so you can get a tour from Adrian and figure out what you're going to do there's a lot to do on Malta, a lot to eat too, apparently, and great places to stay and beautiful views and everything else. Well, Adrian, I want to thank you for giving me this fantastic tour of this very unique and very boutique property here in Edina. And I'm going to be back here a couple of days from now doing a little more touring. I got 2 more days to go, but I'm so glad that I got a chance to come and see your wonderful hotel.
Thank you very much for giving us this opportunity. It's a great pleasure to have you with us. And I hope you enjoy your Maltese fine dining experience as well pretty shortly.
Well, I haven't had much Maltese food since I got here, except for the bread, which I did like, because I got here only 2 days ago. So you're giving me my first introduction to really Maltese cuisine, but I think at a slightly different level. So we'll see what happens.
It's an elevated Maltese experience.
An elevated Maltese food. Again, thanks so much. And I'm looking forward to coming back and seeing you again.
Thank you very much again.
I'm James Shillinglaw, and this is Insider Travel Report.